welcome back to Neil's Movie Channel. Now, so far when I've been doing these videos, I've been noticing that I'm not quite sure if the sound is quite right. Sometimes it sounds a little bit echoey, sometimes I've been putting some music in the background as well, just to try and help things out or balance things out. I'm not sure how that's working, perhaps just let me know. How does it sound to you? For sure, I'm going to keep on trying to improve the sound, and yeah, let's see what happens. Let's go. So it's time for the M titles. And speaking of M, we have Fritz Lang's M. Mac and Me. Gregory Peck and Omar Sharif in McKenna's Gold. Alan Rudolph's Made in Heaven with Timothy Hutton and Kelly McGillis. Kirstie Alley, John Larroquette in Madhouse. Madonna, Truth or Dare. Don't show it to Kevin Costner. Mel Gibson and Tina Turner, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Magnificent Seven. John Malkovich, Making Mr. Right. Humphrey Bogart, The Maltese Falcon. Armand Assante, Antonio Banderas in The Mambo Kings. Lucille Ball in Mame. The Man from Snowy River. Gregory Peck, The Man in the Grey Flannel Suit. Peter O'Toole and Sophia Loren, Man of La Mancha. Jack Nicholson and Ellen Barkin, Man Trouble. Betty Davis, The Man Who Came to Dinner. Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much. Woody Allen's classic Manhattan. And Woody Allen again, Manhattan Murder Mystery. The fantastic Manhunter with William Peterson. Manon des Sources, Manon of the Spring with Emmanuel Béart. Jason Scott Lee, Anne Pariot and Patrick Bergin in Vincent Ward's Map of the Human Heart. Is It Safe? Marathon Man, Dustin Hoffman. Is It Safe? The Mark of Zorro. Alfred Hitchcock's Marnie with Tippi Hedren and Sean Connery. Gregory Peck in Marooned. Michelle Pfeiffer, Married to the Mob. Chim Chimney, Chim Chimney, Chim Chim Cheree, it's Mary Poppins. And once again, Jim Carrey, Mask. John Goodman in Matinee. Merchant Ivory's Morris. Mel Gibson, Jodie Foster and James Garner in Maverick. The great Robert Altman movie McCabe and Mrs. Miller with Warren Beatty and Julie Christie. Pretty decent thriller, Kurt Russell and Marielle Hemingway in The Mean Season. Sean Connery in Medicine Man with a dodgy ponytail. Mediterraneo. Memphis Belle. Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Men at Work. Jodie Foster and John Lithgow in Mesmerized. Charles Bronson, Messenger of Death. John Travolta, Michael. Great fun, Martin Brest's Midnight Run with Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. Midway. Denzel Washington, The Mighty Quinn. Joan Crawford in Mildred Pierce. Richard Gere, Kevin Anderson in Miles from Home. Melanie Griffith and Ed Harris in Milk Money. Harold Lloyd in The Milky Way. The Coen brothers' great mob movie, Miller's Crossing. The Miracle of Life. The original, Miracle on 34th Street. Watch your ankles, it's Misery. Clark Gable and Marilyn Monroe, The Misfits. Robert De Niro in The Mission. Tom Cruise, Brian De Palma's Mission Impossible. Hello dears, it's Mrs. Doubtfire. Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe in Alan Parker's Mississippi Burning. Richard Gere, Mr. Jones. Mr. Magoo in Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. James Stewart in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. The great Jacques Tati, Mon Oncle. John Cusack, Money for Nothing. Tom Hanks and Shelley Long in The Money Pit. Young Thora Birch, Monkey Trouble. Hayley Mills in Walt Disney's The Moonspinners. Cher in Moonstruck. Jane Fonda and Jeff Bridges in The Morning After, a Sidney Lumet film. Mortal Kombat. Harrison Ford in Peter Weir's The Mosquito Coast. Robin Williams, Moscow on the Hudson. Mountains of the Moon with Patrick Bergin and Ian Glenn. In my view, one of the most underrated films out there. I love this film. Kenneth Branagh as Shakespeare with Much Ado About Nothing. Lots of Michael Keaton's in Multiplicity. Dick Powell in Murder My Sweet, playing Philip Marlowe, also known as Farewell My Lovely. Toni Collette, Muriel's Wedding. Louis Malle's Murmur of the Heart. 76 trombones and Robert Preston in The Music Man. Steve Martin, Rick Moranis, My Blue Heaven. Joe Pesci, Marissa Tomei, My Cousin Vinny. Peter O'Toole in My Favourite Year. Shelley MacLaine in Jack Cardiff's My Geisha. Macaulay Culkin in My Girl. One of his great performances as Christy Brown, Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot. Michael Keaton and Nicole Kidman, My Life. Kim Basinger and Dan Aykroyd in My Stepmother is an Alien. And Carol Alt in My Wonderful Life. Okay, so there we have it for the M's, quite a lot of titles there. So guess what? There's going to be more coming for the rest of the alphabet, so please do stay tuned for those. I hope you're enjoying them so far. Let me know if there's movies here that you don't have, things you're enjoying seeing. Until the next time, thanks very much for watching.